Hello everyone. In this video, I will talk about aphasia. So what is aphasia? Aphasia is the inability to produce or understand language. It is basically damage to a specific brain region which causing this abnormality. So now let's talk about the classification of this aphasia. So if I want to divide this aphasia into two major groups, I can divide this based on repetition. If I say something to my patient and ask them to repeat with me, if the repetition is intact, it is transcortical, but if the repetition is hampered or impaired, it is either Broca, either Wernicke, either conductive, or either global aphasia. Now let's take a deep dive into different types of aphasia. Suppose this is your brain where three person is located. The first person whose name is Broca and who is sitting on your frontal lobe, or more specifically at the inferior frontal gyrus. That is the exact location of Broca's area. So when you ask this person any question, he understands what you are asking or what you are saying, but he is talking like I am broke and frustrated. So you can see that this person has non-fluent type of aphasia, but comprehension is intact. So when we see this type of expressive aphasia, we can call it Broca's aphasia. Now we can see that another person whose name is Wernicke, or represented by W, who is sitting on your superior temporal gyrus or temporal lobe. So when you ask this person any question like what is your name or which is this place, he is talking like, so what's wrong with wasabi walamuki? So you can see that this person doesn't understand what you are asking, but his speech is fluent. So when you see this type of fluent aphasia, but comprehension, where comprehension is impaired, this is known as Wernicke's aphasia. Now let us talk about this middleman, who is represented by C. This is the location where is your arcuate fasciculus is located, which connects the Broca's and the Wernicke's area. When damage to this area occurs, the problem is in the repetition, but the speech remains fluent and comprehension is intact. Now in the previous slide, we have discussed that when the comprehension is intact, we can call it transcortical aphasia. And this transcortical is further subdivided into transcortical motor, transcortical sensory, and transcortical mixed. In transcortical motor, we can say that it is basically the Broca's with intact repetition, because in that case, the speech become non-fluent, but the repetition is intact. And in transcortical sensory, it is the Wernicke's aphasia with intact repetition, because the sensory function or the comprehension is impaired, but repetition is intact. And when both this motor and sensory function is impaired, it is the transcortical mixed. And here, the repetition is intact only.